Justice is blind. So am I. Okay, well actually it's not really blindness as much as it is when I look at words a little too long, my vision starts to blur a little bit and I have to wear my glasses every time I drive and just... This joke is no longer funny. Play the intro. Daredevil. No, where are you going? No. It's not the 2003 version, it's the one on Netflix. Do not look at thumbnails, people. So Daredevil is a story about Matt Murdock, a young lawyer residing in Hell's Kitchen, New York. The reason why he's blind is because he saved an old guy from getting hit by a car, and that car just happened to have a vat of chemicals that got in his eyes and he's blind. But he doesn't treat it as a handicap, in fact the opposite. Sometimes you wonder if he's blind or not. Due to his blindness, all of his other senses start to heighten. He has better smell, he can hear faster, he can hear people's heartbeat, he can taste things better, he can feel stuff. Everything is heightened, and honestly the way it's written, it's much more believable than the 2003 version. In fact, everybody will agree if they've seen this show, it far surpasses Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Seriously, why do you people keep letting Ben Affleck play superheroes? That is not a good idea. Batman's gonna suck. We all know this. The cool thing about Daredevil is that it's actually in the same storyline as the cinematic universe. So the Great Battle of New York, Hell's Kitchen, everything was pretty much devastated, and for 2 years, so a bunch of real estate's coming up, so you can believe all the shit that's going down would actually happen in real life. In fact, a lot of people with Marvel do compare this to a very real life drama instead of a superhero movie. So if you are looking for something that's like the Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy, this is not it. It's really not it, but in a good way. Honestly, for me, Daredevil, when I started watching more and more of it, and when I started looking more and more into the lore of Daredevil, because admittedly I wasn't a big Daredevil fan before I saw this, he's kind of like a Marvel's version of an average paid Batman. And admittedly, he's awesome, and the fact that he's played by Charlie Cox, who is hot, that's just bonus points. Plus, he clearly has a thing for girls with part of their hair shaved, so Charlie Cox, I'm available, sadly. But seriously, Daredevil is definitely what I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. should have been like, a crime-esque drama, instead of, honestly, whatever it's trying to be. But I think it has the problem that it's tied in with the Avengers and the Iron Man movies, so it's kind of stuck in a corner. But with Daredevil, they can do whatever they want, and so it does feel more like a crime drama, and it does feel a little bit more realistic. And what I like about it is that every character has layers, including Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk. There is an entire episode dedicated just to what happened to him in his past when he grew up in Hell's Kitchen, what happened with his dad. I won't tell you the details because I really do think you should watch it for your own, and you feel sorry for him. You don't agree with how he's wanting to make the city a better place, but it's kind of justified how he would think it was right. And I freaking love when it's written that way, when your villains aren't one note and they have genuine character development and reasons for why they are the way they are. And in his eyes, he doesn't seem like the bad guy, and to some people, aka the 1%, he's a good guy because he's trying to clean up the city. Air quotes. I also love the guy who played him. I really don't remember his name right now, but he is amazing because he does come off as suave and sophisticated, but when it comes to like this one thing, like his girlfriend or his mom, he just goes, "You brought in my mother. You brought in my mother," and he will start beating the shit out of this one, like this one with the Russian. Oh my god, like, good villain. This is the most realistic villain you've had, Marvel. I mean, I like Loki, but he was kind of fucking crazy to begin with. If you know anybody that's already watched this, they're already gonna say it's better than the Daredevil movie that came out in 2003. And for more reasons than you think, other than the fact that it was a superhero movie from the early 2000s. Murdock and Nelson are just starting out lawyers. They take really any client they can. Hell, their first client, they do for free because it's like, we need clients. I don't care if you have money. Because of this, they feel a little bit more realistic as lawyers. The only thing that I got slightly disappointed with this show, no Stan Lee cameo. Come on, Stan Lee. You're Stan Lee. It's kind of like your job now, isn't it? Every time something Marvel pops up, you just have to make a cameo. Come on. And I know a lot of hardcore fans of Daredevil are probably gonna bitch about the costume because it's not really the Daredevil costume. It literally looks like something you could buy online, but I think that's a good thing. Again, they're trying to portray it in a very realistic manner because, let's face it, when you're a superhero with no superpowers, you really don't start out with the suit. You just start off with all this armor and little stuff as you go along. It really does look like something you could buy online. In fact, I know probably a lot of people are going to dress up as that Daredevil for Halloween because it is super easy to find. I could probably get it online right now. I kind of want to, but I'm not a crazy superpowered blind dude. Also, looking at other reviews of this, I've also heard people really complain about the cinematics, but I think the cinematic style and how they do it, it does kind of look cheap, but it looks intentional. Is it terrible? No. In fact, I actually kind of like the style. I won't spoil it for you, but it does have this very, very cool style to it, and it's really awesome. That and the action scenes are actually pretty portrayed as realistically as they possibly can make it. Because when Daredevil falls, he doesn't immediately get back up. He gets hurt. He has to get stitches. Sometimes he'll have a broken rib or some fractured limb. That shit happens when you fight. And I'm glad they portrayed that in a very realistic way. And when it comes to the story and the backstory of Matt Murdock, it was done perfectly. Not every time, but in like the beginning episodes when he would hear the rain or he would get knocked out, he would remember something from his past about his dad or his mentor, and it was good. Hey, Snyder, Nolan, that's how you do flashback scenes. Hint. I'm just putting that out there. Please make Batman v Superman good. I know it's from DC, but I'm still kind of on that. Did you guys not watch the trailer? All in all, Daredevil is a great show, even if you're not a Marvel fan or a Daredevil. It's dark and gritty, but it's not too serious. It's lighthearted and it has lighthearted, funny moments, but it's not Guardians of the Galaxy. I know a lot of you are probably suspecting, oh, you super, you're gonna start doing a number system? No. That's stupid. You can't base something as vast as a TV show, a movie, or a video game based on a number, so I'm just gonna say this. Daredevil is an amazing show. I strongly suggest getting Netflix just to watch it. You have no excuse. There's 13 episodes, they're about an hour each. You can knock that out in a good weekend. So, till next time, I'm the Super Anime Girl. And I actually gotta go drive somewhere.